the 100% challenge for the PS Plus subscription game for May, Rayman Legends. I am not happy. Ubisoft, I'm pissed off with your achievements, with your trophies. I will get to it and I will explain, but let's ignore that for the minute. Let's go from where we ended before. I was almost there. I was around 60% odd, I believe. And my first thing, oh there you go, I was at 58%. I unlock the last locked paintings. And I did that purely by getting the scratch card and unlocking the classics. I then worked my way through the final classic levels to this, which is the final boss on the Rayman classic levels. Now, this isn't a fully 100% run through because I missed something out when I was doing this. But I went back and got it straight away, and I'll point that out right at the end. It's a relatively simple boss. You just have to kind of just learn the path of the arms. So you jump now and hover and you get that, yeah, boom, and then crack and pop. Now if you look right at the bottom left there on the platform, you can see the little ears of the turnip. You'll see it again in a minute. There it is, right on the bottom behind the rock is the turnip, which is hiding the other Tensi that I needed to collect. And that then knocks me over to gold as well. So yes, I didn't get gold and I didn't get all the Tensis, but I go straight back in and get it. But because I've completed it anyway, I get the achievement for completing all the Origins posters. Which is fantastic. Obviously, that's really great. What that then allows me to do is finish up some of the levels I wasn't able to do, and then come back and do this last. Now this is the 8-bit rock level. It's the last level. I've left it till last specifically because I wanted to get the 700 unlock next to it, but it's also great fun. I love the 8-bit levels. Now I'm talking through it mainly because I have uploaded all of the 8-bit levels separately. There'll be an eye on the top of the screen to this unlocked with no talking, so that you can watch it if you want to. Look at some of the others. They're so much fun and they're really hard. Some of them are harder than others, but they're really not easy. It comes down to you have to really remember the levels and not rely too much on what you're looking at, because if you rely on screen cues, you don't get them here. As you can see, it's so hard. Now what I was also hoping that I would get here, I messed up because I wasn't paying too close enough attention. Because I was hoping when I finished this level I would get a lot of achievements, which I do. I get a lot of achievements. You'll see them all pop in a minute, but I missed one. And I have to apologise because it answered my question from last week. So you see, it's all completed. I got gold and I got my 300, so I got gold there as well. Which is what I've been trying to do in every level, so that when I got to this point, they would all pop. The Uplay thing is important. Keep an eye on that. Okay, so there's the first one, Diamond Addict. I got all the diamond trophies. I got all the bronze trophies. I got 150,000 lumps. I got the silver trophies. I got 10 more tickets. I completed the world tour, and I got 700 lumps, 700 Tinsies. See, there's the 700 Tinsies. Now that is where it stops. I did not get gold, which confused me. There's the complete the Living Dead Party world. There's the rescue all the tinsies. There's the bronze. I got all the bronzes and I got all the silvers. Have not got all the golds. And that confused me. Because I was adamant I was getting all the golds as I was going along. But I got the diamonds. And that is the answer, you see. Because the golds include collecting the lums. Whereas the diamond ones do not include that. And I'd missed one. I'd missed one I hadn't realised I missed. So there are still 2 more achievements to get here before I go on to anything else, and that's just scratch off all the scratch cards and get all the creatures, which both come hand in hand with completing every level. So sped it up a little bit, as you can probably imagine. It doesn't go this quickly. Maybe someone thought they were having a stroke. Oh, and another creature. And the last one, normal speed now. You get 10,000 lums. And there's the achievement for scratching all the lucky tickets. All of these achievements all just come hand in hand, really, as long as you've been pretty much playing it consistently as I have been. So you go into the creatures, and as you receive the creatures, you also get that achievement. There it is. Now all of this money is lovely in this creature area. I don't know if it's going to be enough for me, and I'll be getting to that in a minute. But I went in and I've discovered I didn't have gold on here. Now I've sped this up as well, because you have to get every one of these lums in purple. Every single one of them. If you miss one and get a string of yellow, there is a high possibility you will not have enough to get the gold. So you have to take your time to make sure that you get every single one of them. So as you can see, I'm going around and getting all of these. Make sure it's clear. Now these are also very careful, because if you miss one in the middle because they're swaying, then you're screwed and you have to restart. Now this turned out to be a perfect run, but believe me, it took me a good couple of goes to do this. I kept getting to the end, 2 or 3 missing and no more to collect. You have to kill all the enemies in here, because if you miss 1 or 2 of them and just swim past them, you can't go back in and kill them. So there's lots of little things that you have to make sure you get as you're going. And I just end up in this run, I think, just getting every possible lum, killing every possible enemy. So it's a good little example of how to do this level, because like I said, I hadn't realised I didn't have gold on this until I looked, and then when I did notice, I tried a bunch of times and I just kept failing because I was missing it by 1 or 2, and it was so frustrating. Okay, so I will die in a minute as well. Dying doesn't matter as long as you collect everything. This bit gets me. See, I couldn't get out of the way there, and then I know I have to get that, and I couldn't get back. But now it's easier because I've already got the Tentsy now, so pop, kill you. So now you see, this is essentially the end. You go through there, and that is the ending. That's it. That is the end of the game. And I've got 577. So now you have to come in here, kill these 2, and collect this, and I'm 12 over. Just 12. So you see, if I'd have just missed a few here or there, then you don't get any. You do not collect it. But that's the gold for you. For me. It's my gold addict. There it is. And again, I think as long as you're trying to keep track of each level as you're going, it's not too bad. Now, Earlier on I said about the Uplay. You have to register your Uplay account so that you can get these bonuses. You can collect 3, 6 and 12,000 lums. And 9. I forgot about the 9. They use your points, but they are so important. So important. And I'll get into that after this one. Win a football game, plug in a controller, win a football game. Easy achievement. Okay, so this is where I stand. And I'm only 2 achievements left. And the reason I'm so pissed off is because I can't grind for them. Not really. This is the first achievement I need to get 1,000,000 lums. Okay. Now, I'm only on 666. I get around 5,000 lums for completing a gold daily or weekly challenge. And collecting all of those lums from the creatures gives you 1,000, roughly, I think. Which means when it gets to the end of the month, I'm going to have to just grind a level non-stop until I can actually get 1,000,000 lums. And that's just a waste of time. Because you get at most 600-700 a level. And for me, that's ridiculous. You need to have an option of getting more, because it's just not reasonable. But this is even more unreasonable, and this is what's really pissed me off, because at least with the lums, I can grind them. I can just keep grinding these levels, and I will eventually get what I need. Reach the final level of awesome. Now, I am 1,600 points from getting the final level. All I can do to go up a level is to play the daily challenges, and gold is the only reasonable, is the highest reasonable trophy to get. I get 10 points. I worked it out that if I get the daily gold on the 2 challenges every single week, it's going to take me 80 days to get the last one. I can't even grind it. I can't even grind it. That's literally all I'm able to do. And that is really not fair. Well, you know. And that's just not fair. That's not fair. I can't get that achievement because they haven't given me enough levels or enough chances to get it. How is that fair? How am I supposed to do that? It's completely unreasonable. Now, I love the daily challenges, and I will be doing the daily challenges every day. It will eventually give me the final level. But if we're being honest, I don't think it's going to be in this month. And there's nothing I can actually do about it. I can't replay the levels. It will not give me points. I've tried it. So I am literally now, there's physically no way I can get this in a month. Even if I got diamond, I still don't think I would get it in the month. So I don't know. It's really annoyed me because there's nothing. It's not something I can actually do. They just don't give me enough to get to that level. It's ridiculous. But it's one of those that I'm going to have to do at a later date. And speaking of things that I need to do at a later date, last week I mentioned that there was a little surprise, a little secret that I was going to be doing this month. There is. It relates to an older game, and that older game is Bloodborne. As you can see here, I've had a little time, so I've been playing the game. I'll scroll down to show you that I've completed all the other achievements that I was stuck on. I literally have one left, just one, and it is the boss at the very end of the Chalice dungeons. Now I am on the defiled chalice, and it's really hard because I get like half attack, I get half health or whatever it is, and the bosses are really hard. But I'm on my way, and I plan to have Bloodborne completed by the end of this month, because it's one I have to go on to. It's one I have to progress to from the previous months. And here you can see that I'm also completing King Oddball. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one by the end of the month, but I'm giving it a go. I don't have that many left, to be honest. It's mostly just complete. I've unlocked everything. All of the extra moustache worlds, or the diamond worlds, or the one rock worlds. I've done they're all there. It's just a case of me working through all the levels, and there are so many levels. It's just a case of getting through them. So, that is where I am at. My plan will be to complete King Oddball and Bloodborne by the end of the month, and Rayman will probably be 2 outstanding. So, that is where I stand. Next week, there's going to be an even bigger announcement, and it's going to be regarding the PlayStation Now feature. I'm not going to go too much into it this week, but let's just say it is 100% challenge related, and it is PlayStation Now related. It is a big announcement, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. I'm really going to be going for it. So thank you very much, and we'll see if I've been able to progress in any way next week.